What's good, y'all? It's your boy Guy from Guy X Photo, and today we are going to be talking about priorities, I guess. So, what I'm noticing is that I'm getting a lot of questions from people concerning how they can grow their business, how they can grow their photography clientele, how they can grow their income. And in all honesty, the realest answer that I can give you is that for one, you need to get off of YouTube. So the fact that you're watching this YouTube video right now, it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Because what I find that what happens with a lot of people is that they get analysis paralysis. Now, if you don't know what analysis paralysis is, it's basically the concept of someone who overanalyzes and overanalyzes and overanalyzes, but they never put things into action. So they analyze so much content and they get stuck in a cycle of learning for so long that it's almost like they're in a state of paralysis. They never take action on the information that they're learning. So what I always say to people is that if you are one of those people that are in analysis, that have analysis paralysis, you need to take action. You got to get off of YouTube at some point. Now, of course, you want to utilize all the resources that are available to you, and YouTube is a great resource when it comes to learning things. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that you cannot sit on YouTube all day and just learn all the information and not do anything with it. When I used to create ebooks, which I still have ebooks, but I haven't necessarily created one in a while. And one of the main reasons why I stopped creating it or slowed down on creating them is that I realized that there was a very small percentage of people that were actually taking the information and putting it to use. And after further research, what I realized is that pretty much like 90% of people that purchase something like an ebook or any kind of informational tool, they never really use the tool, like the content. They never really read through the book. And of the 10% that actually finish the book, maybe 3% of them will actually use the information, or they'll actually really take in the information and learn it. And maybe only 1% will actually be successful in taking that information and putting it into use. So my point is that when you're sitting on YouTube all day and you're not really putting the information to use, it's no good to you. On top of that, you're investing into things and you're not putting that into use either. So I think what you need to do is just sit down and really ask yourself, hey, what am I doing that's holding me back from succeeding? Because in all honesty, it's pretty much 2025 already. Like, as it's December 29th. You got 2.5 days until January 1st, 2025. And January 1st, 2024, you said that you were going to do this, and that, and that you were going to be able to accomplish all your goals based on the things that you said. Now, if you look back over the year, did you actually accomplish those goals, or were you stuck in a state of analysis paralysis? That's the big question. Now, the reason why I feel as though I'm qualified to speak on this concept is because I used to be a victim of analysis paralysis as well. Now, the reason why I also said that it's not necessarily a bad thing is that you want to continuously learn. Like every day you want to be learning something new, you want to be growing, but you can't just be the kind of person that just learns and never executes. Because execution is pretty much just as important as learning, if not more important than learning. Because when you really think about it, if you're executing everything, even if you don't know the information, you're going to learn one way or another. At the end of the day, there are things that we didn't know how to do, but we learned how to do them. Whether it be cooking, driving, taking pictures, shooting videos. At some point, you had no idea how to do these things and you learned. So I pretty much just want to say, moving into 2025, let's learn how to set goals. Let's learn how to set goals and actually take action. And honestly, I took down some notes because I didn't want to forget this information. I wanted to make sure that I really told you guys how to take your goals, visualize them, write them down, put them into action, and then moving forward in 2025, you'll be able to really accomplish the things that you set out to accomplish. And the things I'm about to tell you, these are not just these are things that I learned on my own, but then after research, I learned that they're actually very effective tools that increase the percentage of you succeeding or achieving your goals by a large percentage. So when it comes to setting goals and getting out of that analysis paralysis zone, the first thing you need to do is write down your goals. Plain and simple. If you're not writing down your goals, you're already losing. Studies have shown that writing anything helps you to commit those things to memory. Because for one, memory is one of those things where the slower that you kind of intake things, the easier it's going to be for you to learn. So imagine if someone's talking really fast like this, you're not gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to be able to understand what I'm saying. So if someone's talking really fast, it's going to be hard for you to retain that information. So you have to slow it down. This is why physically writing down the things that you want to learn is going to be better than typing it, because typing is faster than writing. And when it comes to writing things down, you're using more parts of your brain because you have to use your senses. You have to use your sensory mechanisms. So more of your brain is activated, and it's going to allow you to be able to remember those things a lot better. So every goal that you're writing down is going to be committed deeper into your memory than if you were to just say it out loud or if you were to type it out. And then as far as like factual things, writing down your goals has been proven to increase goal achievement by guess how much percent? 42%. That is a very big difference just from writing it down. Like, you already have the goal already. You just have to write it down now. Increases it by 42%. The next thing that you need to do, and this one is like very big. This was probably my number one mistake when it came to my first time like actually setting goals and things of that nature. What I didn't do, because I wrote the goals down, I taped them on my fridge and everything, and looking back over 2024, I did pretty much accomplish every single goal. Maybe 2 of them I didn't accomplish, but looking back over all of my goals for the year, and reflecting on the things that I did for the year, I realized that the thing that I didn't do was I did not look at my goals every single day. So I had them in the back of my mind, but you know, every day you're moving, you driving, you shaking, whatever the case is, and it's difficult to be able to remember goals and like intentionally remember goals when you have so many things going on in a daily basis. I'm a very busy person. Sometimes it's hard to think about a G-Wagon. Sometimes it's hard to think about moving into a penthouse. Like, these are things that are not necessarily going to be on the front of your mind. However, basically going off of the fact of things being on the front of your mind, there is a specific part of your brain that is dedicated to creating tunnel vision. Right? This is called your RAS, or your reticular activating system. Yeah, your reticular activating system. So the best way for me to explain this to you is through the concept of cars, right? So let's say, for example, someone in your family buys a new car, or you may set a goal to buy a new car, right? When you start thinking about that car, or when someone in your family says, I'm gonna buy this car, or they actually buy that car, now all of a sudden you start seeing that car everywhere. It's weird, right? You're like, dang, oh, there go a white one, there go a blue one, a red one, a silver one. But you never noticed that car before. That is your reticular activating system at work. And basically what it's telling you is to focus on certain things that are of more importance and that are of more priority, and it basically drowns out everything else. And it's almost like a mechanism to where it allows you to reduce the amount of stimuli that's coming into your brain. Now, the reason why I say that this can be useful, or it's important for you to understand this concept, is because if you're the type of person that's looking at your goals every day, your reticular activating system is going to prioritize those goals. So you're gonna be more prone to seeing opportunities and seeing things that are related to the goals that you want to achieve. So for instance, one of my goals for this year was to purchase a G-Wagon. It did not happen, but hey, it is what it is. But when I set that goal, and whenever I would look at that goal or whatever the case is, I see G-Wagons everywhere, nonstop. Everywhere I go, I see G-Wagons. Everywhere I go, I see Rolls Royces. But sometimes when I'm driving in the car with people and we drive past a Rolls Royce or whatever the case, I'm like, dang, look at that Rolls. And they're like, what? Where are you seeing the Rolls at? Because their mind is prioritizing something else, whether it be safety, whether it be the traffic light, whether it be whatever the case is. But you have to train your reticular activating system to be able to be tunnel vision on your goals. So these are your goals inside of that tunnel, and everything else outside doesn't matter. It's not a priority. Now, the next thing that you need to do in order to be able to achieve your goals in 2025 is you need to reverse engineer your goals with the end in mind. What does that mean, Guy? So this is something that I started doing a while ago, and I've realized that it has increased my productivity through the roof. So basically what I do is I say, okay, I have a specific goal that I want to accomplish, and I have to figure out the steps to be able to accomplish that goal. So let's say my goal is $100,000 for the year of 2024, right? When I break it down, $100,000 is about like $9,000 a month, right? So when I break that down, I say, okay, in order for me to get $100,000 in 12 months, I need to make around $8,500 to $9,000 a month. And then what I do from that point is I reverse engineer it further. I say, okay, if that's how many dollars I need for the month, how many dollars do I need for a week? Then you convert that down, that becomes around $2,200. And then you say, okay, how many dollars do I need a day to be able to hit that goal? And then that becomes around like $270 or something like that, around $300 a day, or whatever the case is, to be able to hit your goal of $8,000 to $9,000 a month. But then you can break it down even further, because if you're a photographer, like whatever your industry, but if you're a photographer, you know how much you charge per shoot. So if you know that every week you need to be making $2,000 or $2,500, if your shoots are $200, you need to be doing 10 shoots a week. So now you take the goal off of money and you transfer it over into the actual action, like the effort that you're gonna need to do to be able to achieve this goal. This is how you're able to measure the amount of effort that it's gonna take for you to get what you want. And of course, the more that you want, the more effort you're gonna have to put in. But simply put, now that you're at the level of where you know how much effort it's gonna take, you can literally schedule out your day. So if you're a photographer that only shoots on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, then you can say, okay, I'll just do 3 shoots Friday, or let's say 4 shoots Friday, 4 shoots Saturday, and on Sunday I'll just do 2 shoots because I know Sunday people are going to church. They with their family, this, that, and the third. So if you want to do it like that, you can do it like that, or you can break it out throughout the week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, if that's the schedule you want to shoot on. But you have to reverse engineer it, and then to break it down even further, now you have to say, okay, how am I going to get these shoots? How am I going to get 20 shoots a month or 10 shoots a week or whatever the case is? You're going to say, okay, I know that it takes maybe 5 inquiries. So every 5 inquiries that I get, I may get 2 bookings or 3 bookings from those 5 inquiries. So let's say you have like a 40 to 60% conversion rate, right? If you know that that's how many bookings you're going to get, then you're going to tell yourself, okay, if I get 2 for every 5, then, and I need 10, then that means I need to see how I can get 25 inquiries. And then you just go from there. If you post and you get 3 inquiries from a post, then you know, hey, I need to do about 6 or 7, about 8 posts in order to be able to get this amount of inquiries, in order to be able to get this amount of bookings. And then you break it down to time. So like, I don't want to go too deep into it, but this is how you can literally have an entire year planned out by using the concept of reverse engineering. Now, the next part that I want to talk about is creating a strategy and plan, because I firmly believe that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So very similar to the reverse engineering, let's go back into the marketing. If you know that you need a certain amount of bookings for the month or a certain amount of bookings for the week, then you're going to go ahead and create a marketing plan or strategy to be able to get a certain amount of clients. And once you have now attained those clients, you're going to go ahead and do your shoots. You're going to think about the numbers. Okay, this is how much it's going to cost me to operate my business. This is how much I have to put away for taxes. This is like, you're going to basically take all of those things, put them together, and you're going to create a marketing plan. That is how you're going to be able to strategize and figure out how you can get those people in the door. It's very simple. I don't want to go too deep into marketing because that's just a whole other thing by itself. But yeah, you need to be able to plan. Like, you have to plan everything out, because I'm not going to lie, nothing happens by coincidence. Like, everything is by design. Everything is already planned out. So you have to be on top of your game, and you have to be one of those people that's going to plan out every single thing to the T. The next thing that you need to do is you need to take time to be able to visualize your goals. This is very, 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 very vital when it comes to achieving the goals that you've set. And this is something that I learned from watching Elon Musk on a podcast. He said that every day he specifically takes time out of his day to be able to visualize his goals, his dreams, his desires, like everything that he wants in life. He takes time out to visualize. And I had already been doing it, but when he put it into context on like the reason why you should be doing it, it truly made me understand. And I started making sure that every day I took time out to visualize. So whether I watch a YouTube video on maybe the car that I want to buy, or maybe like luxury homes, or whatever the case is, like whatever lifestyle, or whatever you desire in life, if you want those things, you got to take the time out to visualize it. And visualizing doesn't only mean imagination. It doesn't mean just watching it on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. I literally take it to the point to where I go to the Lamborghini dealership. I take time out every week or every couple weeks or whatever the case is to go to the Lamborghini dealership, because my dream car, let me stop saying dream car. I stopped saying that. My goal car is the Lamborghini Huracan. Like, that's the first exotic that's the first one I want to get. So I told myself that if I can touch it, if I can smell it, if I can see it right in front of me with my own eyes, I know that it's real. And now that I know that it's real, that it's tangible, it gives me this sense of I can already have it. I can have it. It's already mine. The only thing that's between me and what I desire is time. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take me to get there. So you have to take time out to visualize the things that you want. That's how you're going to get what you desire in 2025. That's how you're going to be able to achieve the goals that you want to achieve in 2025. And I really hope that you guys got something from this video. You know, I'm really starting to understand why putting out this content is so important, because there are so many people that like truly need help. And it's not because they're dumb or slow or anything. They just don't know the information. They don't have access to the information. And there's no one that looks like them putting the information out. So I told myself that I'm going to be the pioneer in the space that's going to be able to help the people that look like me, and really everyone. But I'm going to be the one that's in the space that's going to put you guys on game and show you how you can really get the things you want with a camera, because it's not that hard. So it's been your boy Guy. If you like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Really, I need y'all to subscribe, man. Like, if you're watching the end of this video right now, watch all the way through my videos, please, because the watch time is what really matters on YouTube. That's really like the watch time, the comments, and sharing. Subscribing don't really like matter too much, because I pretty much already hit my subscriber goal as far as becoming monetized. But for me to be able to keep producing the content and produce it at a higher level, the income from YouTube is gonna allow me to do that. So you guys watching the video all the way through, I know there'll be ads and stuff like that, but watching it all the way through is really what helps me. So like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe. It's been Guy. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, man.